So we all know the famous Chazal, Ein ben David ba, Mashiach is not going to come, only if there's a dar shekuloi zakai, right, or dar shekuloi chayev. And I don't know if this is really the pshat in it, but I'm thinking about it, and you could tell me how you feel about it. I think that there's a tremendous kavod shamayim, a tremendous, amazing respect and honor to heaven that comes out of tzaddikim. And the Medrash says, Hashem wants to show you how strong his Yiddish kinderlich are, his Jewish kids are. So it brings a mashal, an example. A guy goes ahead and he goes to sell his wares in the marketplace, and he makes pots and pans. How does he show everybody how good the quality is of his pots and pans? So he takes a stick and he starts to whack it. He smacks it and he hits his beautiful pots and pans to show that they don't break. And then everybody knows that the quality of this guy's stuff is good. So too, says the Medrash, that Hashem takes tzaddikim and he gives them pain to show the angels, the Pamal Yishamala, the Malachim, look what I can do to a Yilud Isha, look what I can do to a Basar V'dam, look what I can do to this little puny human. I can give him so much pain, he's not going to question me, he's not going to turn on me. Look at his bitachon, look at his amuna, look what I can do, and that brings out kavod shamayim. So Ein Mashiach ba, Ein ben David ba, we understand the dar shekuloi zakai. But how does it make sense, dar shekuloi chayev? If there's a generation that's all on the bottom, why would Mashiach come? There's many terutzim. The teretz that I think is because they're the greatest kavod shamayim. In other words, you have the whole Klal Yisrael, and there's like medium kavod shamayim. But there's two places that bring out the greatest kavod shamayim: the tzaddikim, right? And the ones all the way on the bottom, tzebrachin and neshamis, that are in so much pain. The kids that I've worked out, they do things that bring out such kavod shamayim to the Pamal Yishamala. Because when someone goes through a life of pain and abuse, and then does a little tiny thing, it proves the power of the Chelek Elokam Mimal, of the little lechtel that's inside, the little light that never gets extinguished. And regular people, of course we have regular challenges, I'm not knocking that, but what brings out the greatest is kips. The stuff that I see and the stories that you will hear from your kids in Mirz Hashem, and you'll see it doesn't make any sense, because if you belonged to a club, a book club, and then you got hurt by the book club and thrown out, you're not 5 years later going to ever go to the book club or pay your dues. But we have kids who are thrown out and thrown to the bottom and hurt and in pain, and then all of a sudden they do something that is so much bigger than we can ever do for Hashem. And I can mamish see the nachas that Hashem has from that. And maybe that's, we don't know, but maybe that's what it is. Hashem is taking a big portion of Klal Yisrael, breaking them, and saying, but look what he's going to do. And we see this all the time. We see this all the time. That kids who are Machal Shabbos, B'fer Hesia, and they're broken from their pain, and they're numbing themselves, and then they'll hear about someone who's sick, and they'll say a kapitel tehillim, or they'll make a bracha, or they'll take something upon themselves. They bring out a kavod shamayim that regular people can't. It's unbelievable. How do you know if something is powerful? Break it into little pieces, make them be a kip off the derech, on the street, being Machal Shabbos, doing drugs, and any one of us would say, hey, if I'm out, I'm out. I'm done. But all of a sudden, that same kid, I'll tell you, there's one kid who's Machal Shabbos, B'fer Hesia, and all of that, you would write him off. The things that he does that bring out kavod shamayim, none of us can do. And he's still Machal Shabbos. But look, you want to see what a neshama is? Yeah, in Auschwitz, they brought out what a neshama is. And in our Auschwitz today, in our dar of such zebrachenkeit, I mean, what's the difference? Why you want to die? If it's a German, Rahman al-Litzlan, right, Yamach Shemam, or if it's suicidal, this kid tried to commit suicide 7 times. So it doesn't matter after a person goes up there what killed him, Rahman al-Litzlan. And this kid you would write off and you would say, obviously, he's smoking on Shabbos, right? Driving a car, smoking on Shabbos, he's out. Okay, so when my father got sick, He was makabel not to smoke with, not to use a razor, and instead to use a shaver. What? You were what? You were makabel what? Yeah, because this is dairaisa. So it's huge. If you shave with a razor, it's a big thing to stop shaving with a razor. And to use, let's understand. We look at it like there's a reason why Goyim use razors. Smoother shave, cheaper. I don't know, but there's reasons. Right? I know a kid that somebody he knows, a woman Nebuch is in a coma. She got whatever, a whole story. So he puts on tefillin once a week for that. You see stuff? They do stuff that is unbelievable. Just watch them. Just watch them. We have 2 kids over here, a shidduch between a boy kip from our group and a girl kip from our group. And the father just told me, said this girl said a kapitel tehillim from the depths of her heart. So anybody in Klal Yisrael who doesn't know the story of these kids would say they're off the derech, b'shita, right? And therefore they're off. So someone who's off doesn't say a kapitel tehillim. The pshat is they're not off. There's no off the derech, Rabbi say. There is no term off the derech. I don't know who made it up. It's a big misunderstanding. They're just hurting neshamas, and if we're going to be makarev them, then when they have a refuah shalema, they're going to be back to where they were. It's very simple. So, ein Mashiach, ein ben David ba, ela b'dar shekulei. Zakai brings out tremendous kavod shamayim, and chayiv, because that brings out tremendous kavod shamayim. You'll see it. You'll see it with your kids, what they do that nobody else can do. Special neshamas. Krula Rebbe was here. He said that he has a Down syndrome child, and it's a special neshama. Everyone, 30 years ago, they gave him away, and now we don't give him away so fast. We realize it's a special neshama, right? Right? And now, first they're giving away kips, and now we realize this child was chosen. It's not bechira. Nobody comes down here to be a kip. Nobody goes into the kip section. They were sent down here for a purpose, that they are going to do something for Hashem that regular kids can't do. Special neshamas. And your special parents, that you were chosen for this task of dealing with it. It's hard. It's really hard. If you didn't notice.